1,000 meters, and there's part of the lineup. And Belletti of Bahrain, Mohammed, Grovdal, Sebe. Actually, the big names are not here. In fact, the withdrawal of Molly Huddle of the United States leaves Katie Mackey in the driving seat, really, chasing the pacemaker of Lydia Wafula. 7.5 laps of the track. They have actually set a pace for Wafula, and they're suggesting it's 68 seconds, which really, the end of the day, would give them 8 minutes and 30, which is exactly the personal best of Belletti. Please has got a best of 8:45.93 this season, much quicker prior to that. Just going through quickly to Belletti. I mentioned her a couple of times, the Asian Games silver medalist over 1,500 meters and 5,000. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here, because it's quite a big field, but the heady days of record breaking in Monaco are behind us, and today I would think will be a race situation despite the pacemaking of Lydia Wafula, but we'll see. Pretty anxious to get away, and we'll see exactly how the race is going early on. We'll see whether they're going to go with the pace. We have in the past suggested that the pacemaking is not helpful, and it doesn't look too quick at the moment as they go into the straightaway.
Visser and Rutherford yet to go.
Well, once again, you've got a pacemaker that's way out in front. Police was looking for her, and then all of a sudden she'd gone. Belletti, Cabrew and Police are there, as you can see. Mohammed is there, and we'll look at the time for that first 400 meters, which is a bit slower than they expected, of course. It's
I mean, the pace is too quick for these women, really. And, you know, as you said earlier on, there's nobody here quick enough. I think there's some interesting athletes in here. Police, you know, Belletti is nowhere near the sort of form that saw her run 8:30 a few years back. Marielle Hall just in the pack there. There's a couple of Americans. You mentioned Kate Mackey. Really pity that Molly Huddle wasn't here after that great, courageous run in London last week of the anniversary games. But Marielle Hall has made the team, and you know, there was a great 5,000 meter final at the American Championships. 5 women were together pretty much over the last 1,000 meters, and it then came down to a bit of a sprint. I suspect we'll see something similar here, and with Hall in there. So next to go will be Greg Rutherford, but back to this women's 3,000.
Yeah, well, they're way outside the target that they set themselves. They've got 8 seconds off the pace with that 2:58.4 for the first 1,000 meters. So we are down to a race. The leader in the race itself, Mimi Belletti of Bahrain, has been in that position the whole time, and Hall now moving into second place in the race, just ahead of Bethlehem Desalegn of the United Arab. Well, they're bunching up now with coming up to 3 laps to go in this 3,000 meters, and Marielle Hall of the United States, the NCAA champion over 5,000 meters last year, right alongside Mimi Belletti of Bahrain. And also coming up onto the scene is Grovdal of Norway. She's running very wide, getting herself into a good position to to attack in the final stages. And right on the well, coming up now to the last 2 laps, Grovdal has taken over a little bit of the lead from Belletti. Then Hall is there, and so is Police now moving up into the lead, and Tessapay also in that leading group, and Belletti now finds herself back in 4th place. Desalegn moving very wide, Steve, there to take up close order.
Well, Desalegn, I think, is the class act here. You know, she ran 8:46 indoors last year. She ran close to a personal best for 1,500 just recently in Houston, 4.5 in a pretty good race there. She's got speed. Don't write off Hall as well. As I said, she's pretty good in the latter stages, but just trying to stay in contact at the moment, as indeed is Katie Mackey. The two of them at the back of that kind of lead out that Police is doing. Police doing a good job to try and run the finish out of them. Police herself a half-decent 1,500 meter runner, but doesn't have a real good turn of pace. Belletti is still there, but Desalegn looks very comfortable just sitting on the shoulder of Police at the moment with 500 to go, and Tessapay has still got a chance as well.
Yeah, certainly coming off that bend with just a straightaway and 1 lap to go in this 3,000 metres. Belete looking to take close order on Desilane. Pleased, as you're right, she looks very comfortable. Segafredo is there. Mackey is also there at the back of that group with 400 metres to go. Desilane, 4 times the African champion. She's got 1,500 metre speed, as Steve was saying. She is a class act in this. Belete in second place at the moment, looking very strong indeed, and looks into good position. Tesfaye in third place, the slight figure. Mackey in fourth place now, looking good. The American has got a best of what, 8:59, and so the race, we promised it would be a race and not a time trial, and it is a race indeed. Desilane is there, but Belete in second place, Tesfaye in third place as they come round with just over 150 metres to go into the home straight. And here goes Belete. Belete's really attacking, isn't she? And here comes Mackey on the outside. Desilane, Mackey is coming through very, very strongly indeed, and Mackey's coming through, and Police is following her as well. Desilane is going to be in third place at the moment. Mackey wins it, Police in second, and in third place was Desilane, and in fourth place was Belete, and 8:53, and it was probably the sort of time that we expected. And when we looked at what they were attempting on the pace, it really wasn't on. But nevertheless, a good win by Katie Mackey.
Well, that will make up a little bit for what happened at the American trials. A new personal best. She's a good 1,500 metre runner and is able to use that pace. At the 5,000 metres in those American trials, Katie Mackey actually stumbled about 600 from home, lost about 10 metres, took so much energy in catching up. She faded on the last lap, and that faded her chances of going to Beijing. But she's come here with a big win here in the last 200 metres. You can see the pace she was able to generate, and Police did well to get back into second place. But 63 last lap for Mackey, and as I said, a new personal best as well. She'd be happy with that. Looked as though she was struggling, didn't she, around 2:50 to go, so she was trying to hang on when Police was stretching them out. Couldn't maintain that, Police, and Mackey was able to get back on, and then the confidence you then get, we think, I've got a chance here into the home straight, and she was strong enough.
Well, there's the result. Mackey, Police, Desilane, 8:52.99. Personal best, actually, for Mackey, and a national record for Desilane. United Arab Emirates, of course.